right, there she is. I'm dropping her off. She's just gonna go for inspection for the trade at the boat store here. They got all kinds of boats around here. Water's flooded down there, of course, but yeah. So we'll let them inspect it and see what they say. He'll be all right though. He's already looked at it once. He knows it's worth what. I think it's interesting that he's a little John Deere tractor to pull boats in and out. That's kind of cool. All right, looks like they are pulling her in. They've done their test run. Looks like they're getting the trailer set right this morning, so very cool. Should be ready to go in a second. Awesome. Now they're bringing up the hill. That's cool. What's happening, brother?
Well, morning.
So this is John. John is my salesman.
Hey, how are you?
Morning. All right, so we got her all paperwork all done and loaded up. The wife's taking off, and we're gonna roll on down the road and get this thing home. And then we're probably gonna clean it because it's not my clean. It's clean, but it's not my clean. So we're gonna get to work on it. We got a couple things I think that I will fix. I could ask them to fix it, but I just rather do it myself. But yeah, we're on our way. All right, so we're pulling it down the road. It pulls real nice. With Kentucky roads that have big ditches on the right hand side, so you just gotta so it's no wider than my other trailer, but that's just the low fenders, right, that can go underneath bushes and trees and whatever. This is tall and wide, so it feels bigger, but it rides good. That's this little truck, see how it does. Yeah, plenty of room. We got the boat loaded up and a bunch of stuff loaded up in there, and we're just going to run down to Cumberland Lake real quick, about an hour and a half, and float down there. Our lake's just covered in logs, so I don't want to run it in here, so we're going to give that a whirl. I'll do some filming down there once we get the boat in the water, and I'll see you guys down there. All right, so we made it down to Cumberland Lake. We're going to launch here in a second. Everybody's using the facilities, and then we'll take off and head in. I'll update you in a second. All right, so there's a couple people there at the launch, so we didn't record. We should have, but I screwed that up. Pretty cool, those big doors. I'll show you those on the way back for the dam they're putting in. Brand new doors, floodgate doors. All right, we're gonna run this thing and see what happens. I'll put us on speed and go from there. Jamestown. We'd sit up there on that back porch of that hotel. We were camping. We just ride our bikes into that, and we'd sit there and watch the boats come out of here and dream about having one of these one day. Pretty cool. All right, good morning, day 2. We're gonna go back down to Cumberland, try to get some more hours on this thing for break-in. We were gonna go to a different lake, but I think Cumberland is huge, and to keep the RPMs at the ranges they need, I don't want to go somewhere and do circles. So Cumberland, you can just drive around and it's fine, lots of space. So Jeff's under there adjusting the brackets on the guides on the trailer, because they were like in the center, they were way off, they weren't guiding anything. So we're getting them adjusted. We will need to adjust this whole thing eventually, because these are not on there correctly. Somehow or another they have the brackets totally inside on this one and totally outside on that one, so the boat's in crooked. So when it goes in to get lined up, it pushes it so it's not straight, and then you got to kind of use the motor to get it over where it's supposed to be. And then the center board's way off. I mean, look, you're not even close. So we just need to measure the centers of all this stuff, have that in us. And I think we'll take the ratchet and a bracket or a wrench, and then we'll just leave my wife on the boat. We'll tie it up to the dock or something, and we'll go crank them out if it's not busy. If the place is busy, we'll just worry about it later. I can do it over here at the neighborhood dock once the water clears up here. So, but yeah, it should be a lot more helpful that these things are guiding now than not. So, all right, we're back down here at Cumberland. We're gonna launch this thing off.
ready?
Yeah. When he gets done, flip that up. You're expecting us to die today, or what? They're definitely in there. It is nice out here when the sun's behind the clouds. Those guys are still welding away on those big dam doors. They're building a big bypass, and there's a big bridge on the river on the other side. It's going to cut across, and it's going to go all the way around all this, so the main traffic won't go on top of the dam anymore. It is unusual that that's still happening. Kind of like the Hoover Dam. You used to drive across the Hoover Dam, but now the majority of the traffic goes against the bridge on the other side of it. That's why the water's so far down. They're keeping it above the concrete. We're coming in on Grinder Hill, which is actually a boat dock area that I'm not even familiar with. It's big though, goes forever. Yeah, it's interesting, they're all on that far side of that dock too, so the lake really doesn't bother them. There's some money there though, isn't it? We're at Marina. I'm gonna stop and get some lunch. I'm waiting for this Donzie to take off. I want to hear it. Jeff and the wife are sitting over there. They're getting food ready, getting delivered at the restaurant. I was hoping this guy would hammer down, but he hadn't. Some nice boats in here. See the dog water right behind you. There goes that Donzie, finally. They got jet ski parking too right there in the front.
Yes.
Wife got a salad. I got a burger. Yeah, I got catfish. I don't know if you see that far, but there's two matching boats racing down the lake. I don't know the other guy's got it hammered down. I guess he does. Gotta walk that burger off.
He's like, I can't walk.
I like that thoroughbred right there. That's nice.
It's big.
It is. No wasted space. Unbridled escape on the side and thoroughbred on the front. That's a nice one there. Would be nice to have that. If you could do that, have your houseboat and then across from it have your regular boat. We had a great lunch, actually, really good, and walked around the marina some, which I showed you. And yeah, I talked to a guy. I was joking with him about how good his wife responded when they came into the dock. He's like, "Hey, there's a storm an hour out." So we checked the radar, and there's a storm an hour out. So we headed back in, and thankfully we weren't too far. We were checking out the coast close by, so we're gonna load up and get out of here and try to get a decent amount of way home before that storm gets us. It's a bad one, so those guys are still working, so it can't be too. They must have a little time. Hey, brother, you going out? Yeah. Did you check the radar? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I just want to make sure you do. Yeah. I think I'll back up. I'll back up. No worries.
It's the first time out with this boat. We switched from a pontoon to this. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, well, actually, this is our second time out on this. That's funny you say it. It's a nice boat.
Thank you.
You're good. Yeah, you'll get used to it. It's beauty.
Is it out on the main body? Is there a lot of debris?
Yeah, well, as you go around the cove, but you know, if you stay to the normal lanes, it's okay. But right out here, there's a lot. Yeah.
Sorry if I scared you.
Oh, you're fine. Have fun. This is a beautiful boat. All right, so we're all out of the water. There's still people going in. It's crazy.
Starting to sprinkle.
Yep. Yeah, it actually went on there pretty good, huh?
What's that?
Actually went on there pretty good, huh? I think I might have moved them. The whole thing's sitting flat this time.
Is there anything else on the boat or all good?
No, we're good. Yeah, I think we adjusted everything. That's wild. Huh. All right, so it's already started raining, but I think it's gonna be a good storm. We told the jet ski people they pulled out, so I guess they're gonna wait and see what happens the first bit. But who knows? All right, well, that was another good day. Well, I guess it's good we're not on the lake. I think we're ahead of the storm because it's really behind us. Look back there. Good. Those are big raindrops. Close. It's about 3 inches or so, I guess. We have clearance. I'm really tight on this side, but I could be farther over. All right. Looks like I have plenty of room, huh?
Yeah, you can move over this way.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back over and come over here. I just couldn't see. I can't see the side unless I'm straight, right? That's good though. Pretty dang close, huh? Like 4 inches. All right, well, I'm going to end the video here. I don't even talk about what the boat is in the video. This is a Lowe SS210. It's a little 22 footer. We got lots of projects planned for this thing. If you're wondering why I accepted the boat dirty when I got it, it's just so I could have it now while Jeff was visiting. I'll detail it myself anyway, and it'll be to my standard, whatever. But it is a 2023 boat with a new engine on the back. It is a new boat, never been used before. It just was one that's sitting on the lot. I've actually been watching it for over a year, believe it or not. And of course we traded in the runabout for it. So yeah. Anyway, we're really enjoying it. You know, as we get older, that little boat kind of beats you up. This one goes almost just fast. We've had it up to 39 miles an hour with the top up. I think we can squeeze 40 out of it here once I get the trim levels all figured out. There is one problem with that. The trim cord from the analog boat to the digital motor, we do have the module in between, but it's not working. So they are trying to figure out with Lowe and Mercury what the issue is. There's 3 pontoons that they pushed out at the same time that had that issue. So anyway, we'll get that figured out and get that trim level working. But really finding the trim is everything. Also in the video, I said that something was wrong. The boat wouldn't plane out. Still not 100% sure. Maybe when we were pulling in, maybe a log got stuck under one side or something. But the boat just would not plane. And all of a sudden it just started planing out of the blue. So we didn't see any logs. We didn't see any logs, whatever. So anyway, not sure what caused that, but she is definitely running good now. So yeah. Anyway, more to come on this boat. I'd take you around and show you more of it, but we've already started working on it, and that'll be in the next video with the Tri-toon boat. All right. With that, I'll leave you with a couple pictures of the old boat, and I'll see you guys later. We did not trade in the $10 boat. It's still right here. We're still going on it. Matter of fact, I'm planning to make a video on it this week. Got a little gift. Can't wait to open it. Stay tuned.